Today on the bottom line, we've got Doug Aamoth to talk about Twitter getting advertisements.
Times are tough, so save time and money by skipping business trips and using GoToMeeting. Visit gotomeeting.com/techpodcast and get 30 days for free.
Someone over at Twitter spilled the beans and said that a Twitter ad platform was coming very soon. The idea is that companies would be able to participate when people started talking about products. So if everyone was tweeting about like a Super Bowl ad, then a company could just start tweeting back. Doug, does this plan make any sense to you? I mean, can't companies already join into a conversation by doing a Twitter search?
Yes, I suppose. This sounds like it's going to be more automated and, go through some sort of ad-serving platform and stuff like that. So we'll see how it works. I mean, Twitter's got to turn $1 eventually, so who knows?
You think they can actually turn $1? I mean, it doesn't seem like it has a real great plan, because I know that in their plan they've been talking about sponsored tweets being clearly labeled, maybe even with a hashtag, which I think is kind of a clunky way to do this. They haven't really done a lot of innovative things since they've, added that retweet button. Do you think they should be really rethinking their whole strategy, or is a hashtag good enough for this whole advertisement delineation?
Well, from what I understand, it's one of the suits at Twitter said that this is going to be like amazing and totally different, and people are going to love it and stuff like that. So it's got to be something more than a simple hashtag type thing. I think if they really wanted to leverage Twitter users, especially those with a bunch of followers, they do some sort of revenue sharing program where, if an actual Twitter user sent out a tweet that was a sponsored tweet, they would get a cut of the revenue, or they'd insert context-specific tweets, and and my Twitter stream would be all gadgets and stuff like that, since that's all that's in my Twitter stream and all that my followers read about. So, like, if they did something like that and had some sort of revenue sharing, that might work a bit better. But it's all very mysterious and murky.
Do you think that's going to encourage people to, buy followers? I remember there was a company out there that if you signed up with them, they guaranteed you like 1,000 followers. I mean, doesn't this kind of fall right into that trap?
I don't get the followers thing, because if you're not following someone because you actually want to follow them, I don't see it being very effective. Like, I think I'm a very popular and a big time internet celebrity,
you are
and
the
I only
most
have
famous man on the internet. Let's just be clear about that right now.
I don't even have 800 followers. I have 700 something, but I would like to think that most of those 700 people that are following me are because they like to read what I'm writing, and I never really, I don't get too personal on Twitter. I never really update it with, I'm thinking about standing up and I'm eating bologna and stuff like that. But
you're not a lunch Twitterer? How could you not be a lunch Twitterer? I mean, that's half the excitement of this useless piece of technology.
Yeah, I know. I'd like to keep my private and business life separate. So I use Twitter for work and Facebook for business. So I never update, I use Facebook for personal, but I never update Facebook anyway. If they really wanted to, like, for someone like me, for instance, I'm a reviews editor and I review gadgets all day. They would, companies, I would think, could send me stuff and say, review this and please make it part of your tweet, and that would be a sponsored tweet, stuff like that. If they wanted to get really innovative about stuff like that, that's really targeted marketing right there, but I don't know how deep they're going to get into it.
So you've also heard about Twitter getting into Yahoo. Yahoo's going to be integrating a lot of Twitter stuff in there. Now, Yahoo users will be able to tweet from Yahoo. Do you think this is a good move by either company? And as an aside, I've really been curious about this question. What does Yahoo do right now? I mean, they're farming out their search. They're not doing any social networking because they're using Facebook and Twitter. Do we have any idea what they do? But first, I guess, is this a good move for either one? Is the official question.
I don't think Twitter really cares, because they have a relatively open API, so anyone can hook into Twitter and stuff like that, and it's more, more traffic for them, more users for them. And as far as Yahoo, I'm old enough to remember, and I'm 31. I remember Yahoo used to be a search engine, and you would go there when you needed to look for things, and then it became a portal. It became a content portal where you would go there to search for things, and then there would be news there. And then it became, it had email, so you'd go there and check the news and maybe search for things and maybe use the email. And then for a while there, it looked like it was going to get into the whole mobile thing. Like, I remember Yahoo Mobile coming out on for Windows Mobile, and it was a really cool piece of software. But they just kind of, they had the voice search and all that kind of stuff even before Google started doing some of the stuff that they're doing in mobile. And then they're kind of, no one really knows what they do anymore. They seem to be, they're very incestuous. They seem to be hooking up with a lot of other companies on the internet to try to leverage and do deals and stuff like that. So
yeah, Yahoo sometimes seems ahead of its time. I mean, Yahoo Mail was so much more like Outlook, and then Gmail comes out, and everyone's like, Gmail is amazing, but Gmail had this like Yahoo Mail 1996 look going. It's amazing how sad Yahoo is now. Again, I think they're just an IP company at this point, right? You just slap that Yahoo logo on, and I guess older people know who that is now. I guess but at least
yeah,
go ahead.
A lot of people don't realize that Yahoo Mail was born out of a company called Oddmail out of San Francisco. So it was these two guys that made Oddmail, and Oddmail it ran in the browser, and it was very similar to how Microsoft Outlook behaved, and it was the first real cool usage of AJAX and asynchronous data shuffling and all that kind of stuff. And then Yahoo bought Oddmail. Oddmail got shut down, and then so everyone was like, "Oh, Yahoo Mail, look what they did!" And it's like, no, it's another company they acquired. Which, if you're a big company, you got to acquire other smaller companies. But also, if you're a big company, you have to innovate. Which, not to bring Microsoft into it, but Microsoft is having a problem with innovation.
Well, at least Yahoo actually took something and used it right. Other than like their Flickr purchase, which I think they tried to merge that into Yahoo Photos, and people got all upset, so they never did it at the end of it. Looks like that email thing worked out a little bit better, but. I think we're out of time. Thanks to Doug Aamoth of CrunchGear.com. Would you like to plug anything right now? Now's your time.
I'll just plug everyone have a nice rest of the week and hug your loved ones.
That was so selfless. That was amazing. And because of that, we're going to give him another plug. CrunchGear.com. I'm Ayaz Akhtar, and thanks for watching.